Are reports that the death toll from China's Tianjin warehouse explosion is rising to 50 people. More than 700 people have been injured. Two massive explosions ripping through one of the world's busiest port cities. Residents posting photos of blown out windows and doors on a local media site called Weibo, similar to Twitter, but users are finding that posts relating to the disaster have disappeared. Others note that the number of searchable posts on the disaster fluctuated, basically a sign that Chinese authorities are manipulating or placing limits on the number of posts. The Wall Street Journal's social media editor, Natalie Andrews, is with me now. Natalie, journalists have to stay at least 6 miles from the explosion site. One journalist took pictures inside a hospital. Security guards demanded he delete the images. How do these physical restrictions reflect what's happening with social media?
Yes, I think this is a major reflection of the censorship and the issues that are reflective of China, the use of internet in China in general. And Weibo is huge in China, and there's millions of posts about the explosion in China as people are trying to find out what is going on with the explosion. And the posts about the explosion are disappearing. People are quickly trying to take the posts about the explosion and reposting them on YouTube and Twitter and different sites so that they stay elsewhere on the internet in other places where they're not being taken down. But they're still disappearing, and it's continuing to be a much talked about issue. Oftentimes people on Weibo will use codes for different things. So maybe they won't use the word explosion, but they'll insert a different word, and so they can still keep talking about the issue at hand without being censored or having their post taken down as quickly.
Natalie, and I know you're monitoring all kinds of stats. I know you're in touch with Google, with Facebook, with Twitter. What kinds of statistics are you seeing from US-based social media companies?
So as I was talking to Google today, they said that one of their issues is that, their Google site in China isn't as used in China. So here in the U.S., some of the biggest topics people were looking for were, where is the explosion? How can I help? And that's one of the biggest things when an explosion or a big disaster like this happens, is people want to know where they can help. Is help needed? How if they're wanting to look for compassion, or, is there money? What kind of response is needed? That is something we see. People want to know what fatalities, casualties, and things like that. So I think that's something we'll see in the next few days. But yeah, it's hard to get data right now, and it's definitely hard to see because of the location of the explosion.
Okay, Natalie, we thank you so much joining us there from the Wall Street Journal from D.C.